welcome back to the How Queens Work series, and I'm really excited today to be introducing you to a very close friend of mine, Crystal Nicole Jones, who was the winner of Cupcake Wars, which is a huge show on the Food Network in the US. So it's amazing for us to have you with us, Crystal.
Thank you.
It's
great
so
to see you,
good.
Chloe. Nice to be across the pond.
Woo! So we are in London, as you can hear. She's not from London. It's just amazing amazing London accent.
Cheerio.
Brilliant. So thank you for taking the time out to speak to us today.
Of course, absolutely.
So, obviously, winner of the Cupcake Wars.
Yes.
So that's been really what you've, really been known for, especially in what we're talking about today, and being a female entrepreneur. So tell us a little bit about you, how you got into the Cupcake Wars, how you won it, and also what you do now.
Okay, great. So I started off originally as an analyst in New York. After college, I moved to New York City. I decided to ditch the corporate grind and move to LA to be an actor. So true to form, everybody's an actor in LA. And I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do for work? And like, okay, I'll be a server like everybody else. So if you've ever seen the show Two Broke Girls, that was my life.
That's one of my favorites.
It's brilliant. Yeah. So it's two girls, they're best friends, and they're building their cupcake brand. And they actually have this really great episode, if you ever catch it. It's about them auditioning for Cupcake Wars. It's hilarious. And they don't win, but they were just like, we're not gonna be those girls. They're like, all right, yeah, have the little secret handshake. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
But it happened to come on like before the show, which is like sidebar really amazing.
Yeah.
So I just love that show. So that was my life, serving cupcakes, and I was trying to figure out like how am I supposed to get to the next level. So similar to the girls, my brother suggested I try out for Cupcake Wars. So it was like Easter Sunday. I remember very vividly. I had like a resurrection. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But I was a little hesitant because I have cheesecake cupcakes. That was something that I failed to mention. So instead of the traditional cupcake with the cake and the frosting, I have cheesecake cupcakes, which have a cookie crust and a cheesecake layer. And I was like, well, it's not Cheesecake Wars, it's Cupcake Wars. So I wasn't sure how this was gonna go because if you're familiar with the show, round one, 45 minutes, and you literally have to, I tried to put my little literally in, you have to take the ingredients and mix them into the cupcake, but they're like Marilyn Monroe inspired.
Wow.
Because my theme was Marilyn Monroe. And so I was like thinking like, okay, I have 45 minutes to get this done, I'm fast forwarding the story, but I auditioned for the show, I get on the show, season 4, I believe, and then it was the Nutcracker episode, and I didn't make it. I was completely upset and mortified actually, and I didn't want to go back on. So fast forward 4 seasons later, season 9, that's the Marilyn Monroe episode that I ended up winning. And so thanks. So now I'm back on track. So the Marilyn Monroe inspired cupcake I had to do in 45 minutes. I ended up nailing it this time because on the first show I didn't make it because that was a technical error because of the soupy cupcakes. It didn't set within the 45 minutes, which I thought was good, which I already thought like this is what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna make it, and of course what happened, what you focus on expands. So
Absolutely.
I didn't make it that time. So when I got invited back for the redemption episode, that's when I ended up winning the cupcakes. But it also challenged me to come up with a different concept. So as I said earlier, cookie crust, cheesecake. Now I came up with a cream cake, which is a cake bottom and a cheesecake and a frosting that I could be more competitive with my competitors. So I ended up winning since this is Queens, the crown, the dessert crown that day. So that's kind of like in a nutshell, kind of my experience in cupcakes. So from actor to entrepreneur, coming up with this recipe that it was a family recipe that I was self-taught by my grandmother, the original dessert queen, and then taking that recipe, modernizing it, and hence Cream by Crystal was born, and then the show happened. So that's kind of how my experience happened. And so we're talking about going with the flow and law of attraction and everything today in London. And I would say that I personally think that I attracted some of these things to myself just because it's like each thing led to the next thing. It's like the next logical step to the next logical step. So if we go from being an analyst to deciding to move to LA to be an actor, getting the server job, happens to be a show that they're putting out, which I auditioned for something that wasn't TV, but I made it. So that meant that I was meant to go down that path. And so to be mortified on national TV on season 4, and then fast forward 5 seasons later to end up taking the win was very powerful to me. And then since then, just the kind of people that you meet at different events, promoting yourself, and also being in California where we're very entertainment focused, I've had a lot of success in that area, or partnering with food brands like Williams Sonoma, and like even everybody loves cupcakes, so it's great because, you know, anytime you say you do sweets, they're like, sweets, I need this for this, I need this for this. So it's like you actually can have a market everywhere, like whether it's sports, entertainment, holiday, birthdays. So it's like corporate, everybody wants cupcakes, everybody needs sweets. It's like Sweet Sunday here in London.
It's cakes everywhere.
Cakes everywhere. So I think that that's the thing that I would say, just like to be consistent in your path and your passion, and set your intention, and just know what you want, like the intention for your life, or what you want with your career. I would say that each thing leads to the next thing, just like how I met you organically. Like I happened to see your pink, that attracted me first. And then it was like, I love your messaging, and then your energy's so great. So it was like, kind of like we just gravitated towards each other. And now, you know, my vibe attracts my tribe, and now you're part of my tribe. So I think that that's the similar way with business or life. You know, you attract different things. It's always the next thing. And you never know what you can grasp from somebody else that'll give you that aha moment where it's like, you know what, that was brilliant. Like that idea I could actually incorporate. Or somebody in passing says, you'd say you make cupcakes, and they might say, oh, I know such and such who does this, and connects you. And that's happened a lot. Like, you know, the connections were amazing. So I think it's all about who you know, and like your energy and what you put out there. And just like, as long as you are coming from a pure place, like you know, speak your truth, and like coming from a loving place, I think you're going to continue to attract those kind of people.
Yeah, and exactly like as you said, as we met. So when I think it's so important that we're putting out the energy that we want to attract.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing that I took from Crystal's story when we spoke about it was like a setback. Yes, it happened. Yes, you were humiliated on national TV. Yes, it was horrific.
Yes.
But you proved that you could go away, learn from it, develop a new recipe that's even more innovative, and then go ahead and win it, right? So
that's true.
Everything happens for a reason. Crystal, you're amazing.
Thank
I have
you.
so much time for you. You're incredible.
Thank you.
And you're an amazing shining opportunity, and show to everybody that's saying that, you know, we can literally do whatever we want to do. We can create new recipes, we can create new products, and as Crystal would say, trust the flow.
Trust the flow. Which I attracted on High Street with Chloe.
Yeah, we went shopping.
My personal stylist. See, she's a jack of all trades, it's Chloe.
It's been amazing. Guys, if you want to reach out to Crystal, Facebook, Instagram?
Yes. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, creambykRystal.com. My website, and the handle is Cream by Crystal across all social channels.
Woo. See you later, guys.